Good afternoon, students. This is our physics online class. Students, now we are learning our first unit, laws of motion. Students, today's our topic is types of forces. So, based on the direction, so very important, based on the direction, we classified force into two types. Based on the direction, we classify the force into two types. First one is like parallel force, and then second one is unlike parallel force. So how many types of forces are there? Based on the direction, first one is like parallel force, and then second one is unlike parallel force. So let me explain you one by one. Let us first learn about like parallel force. Like parallel forces, two or more forces of equal or unequal magnitude acting on same direction. So here two or more forces of equal or unequal magnitude. What is in a magnitude? Nothing but value, length of that arrow mark. So it may be 3 centimeter, 2 centimeter, or same length, like that, acting along the same direction parallel to each other, called like parallel forces. So first one, now we are learning types of forces based on the direction. First one is like parallel forces, two or more forces of equal or unequal magnitude acting along same direction parallel to each other is called like parallel forces. And then second one is unlike parallel force. So unlike parallel force, if two or more equal forces, if two are more equal forces or unequal forces acting opposite direction, very important, opposite direction, parallel to each other, then they are called unlike parallel forces. So first one is like parallel force, acting along the same direction, and then next one is unlike parallel force, acting along the opposite direction, So these are the two types of forces based on the what? Direction. Students, our next topic is resultant force. So when several forces act simultaneously on the same body, then the combined effect of the multiple force, because here so many forces are acting, so we are going to calculate the resultant force. So when several forces act simultaneously on the same body, then the combined effect of the multiple forces can be represented by a single force, which is termed as resultant force. It is equal to vector sum. So here they given what is mean by vector sum. Vector sum is nothing but adding the magnitude, so adding the values of the force with their direction, because the force are acting in different direction. So vector sum is nothing but adding the magnitude of the forces with their direction of all the forces. So this is known as resultant force. So what is meant by resultant force? When several force act at same time on same body, all the combined effect of the multiple forces can be represented as single force, which is termed as resultant force. Students, this is the tabular column to show the action of forces. So in the first one, parallel forces are acting in the same direction. See the diagram. So here two forces are given, F1, F2. So the two forces are acting in the same direction, nothing but parallel to each other. So here we are going to calculate the resultant force, F net. So F net, nothing but net force, equal to F1 plus F2. If we add the two forces, F1 and F2, we will get the net force which are acting on the block. And then second one is parallel unequal force are acting in the opposite direction. So we know that there are two types of force. One is like parallel force and the second one is unlike parallel force. So this is second one, unlike parallel force. So unlike parallel force acting in opposite direction. See here there are two force F1 and F2. F1, F2 are acting in the opposite direction. See the arrow mark here. F1, F2 are acting in the opposite direction. So now we are going to calculate the total net force acting in the object. The first one, F net, F1 minus F2. If F1 force is greater, then we have to give the equation F1 minus F2. And then second one, F net equal to F2 minus F1. So you know that here F2 force is greater. So we are subtracting higher value and lower value. So that's why here they subtracting F2 minus F1. And then F net is directed along, see here this is very important, directed along greater force. And then third one is parallel equal forces are acting in opposite direction in the same line of action. Nothing but the force are acting in opposite direction but equal forces. See here, equal forces, F1 equal to F2. So in such condition, see here F1 force and F2 force are acting in opposite direction, but the arrow mark, nothing but magnitude are equal. So here we going to calculate the net force. F net equal to F1 minus F2. So here two forces are equal. So F net equal to 0. So two forces are equal. So F net is given as 0. In the bracket they given because F1 equal to F2. So net force we are getting as 0. If the resultant force of all the forces acting on a body is equal to 0, then the body will be in equilibrium. Such forces are called balanced force. So when the body will be in equilibrium, such forces are called balanced force. If the resultant force is not equal to 0, then it causes the motion of the body due to unbalanced force. Example, drawing water from a well and then force applied with a crowbar and then force on a weight balance, etc. So a system can be brought equilibrium while applying another force which is equal to the resultant force in magnitude but opposite in direction. Very important, but opposite in direction. Such force is called equilibrant. Students, up to this enough. Once again, let me recall our today's topic. So today we discuss types of forces. There are two types of forces based on the direction. First one is like parallel forces, and then second one is unlike parallel forces. And then also we learn about resultant forces, and then action of forces, and then how to calculate the resultant forces, F net total force, and then what is mean by balanced force and unbalanced force. So balanced force and unbalanced force are very important topic. So what is mean by balanced force? When the body will be in equilibrium, such force are called balanced force. If the resultant force is not equal to 0, then it causes motion of your body due to unbalanced force. And then equilibrant. A system can be brought to equilibrium by applying another force which is equal to the resultant force in magnitude but opposite in direction. Such force are called equilibrant. Students, up to this enough. Remaining topic we will discuss in our next online class. Thank you. Have a nice day.